Hey everybody, welcome back to another video. Uh, I'm getting back into the swing of things when it comes to video production. I don't have any editing software currently installed, so I was trying to do this all in one take and kind of keep it short. So the last video I recorded was about 17 minutes long, and the audio was completely messed up on it. I forgot that the right thing to do is, do a quick little recording and make sure everything looks and sounds correct before you spend all that time trying to record a video. So take two, here we are. Let's go over to the YouTube update slideshow. Put some work into this for y'all. What has Nexius been up to? What are we going to talk about today? Like I said, I'm going to try and keep it shorter than 17 minutes. The IRL career is going well. Having some success in my personal projects we'll talk about. There's some great content for you folks to check out that I want to recommend because I haven't been producing nearly as much content as I would like. The least I can do is recommend some stuff to y'all that I've enjoyed. And then we're going to talk about SCHISM. SCHISM is very cool. We'll get there. That's probably the best mod I've ever seen in my life. And then we'll talk about the objective over the next 2 weeks. So, IRL career going well. Company had some layoffs. So, this is happening. I will post this link to this article in the description of this video below. But I mean, I'm in the tech sector, and it's basically 2008 all over again. So work's been a little stressful, because we've had these layoffs, and then things have to be picked up and get shuffled around and all that stuff. But, thankfully I'm still employed. I'm very thankful for that. In fact, I got promoted actually. And I got a significant raise. I'm actually in a different tax bracket now, which means I'll be able to afford all kinds of, camera equipment and cover some production costs and, don't have to be begging for donations or anything. We might do a Kickstarter eventually, but we'll have a clear plan and goals and all stuff set for it and stuff like that when we're ready. Until then, I got it covered. Another good thing is I'm really close to have enough hours to be able to get a PMP certification. That's a project management certification. It's just an industry standard recognized thing. I do a lot of project management for my company, and getting the cert is really going to be the icing on the cake for my CV. And then same thing with the Scrum Master cert. That needs to go on my CV as well because I've already been doing it for years. So I may as well look good on paper as well. I enjoy the work. I work on a bunch of stuff. It's fintech and it's crypto focused. So lots and lots of layers to everything. There's the end user. There's the rules and regulations. So like compliance and legal. And then I've got to work with the engineers. And then there's the support staff. And then there's the end user too. So it's interesting to use different jargon and different types of ways of explaining stuff depending on my audience. That's one of the things I find engaging at work. It is startup stressful, so we're still a startup. Things are still maturing. Everybody's wearing a bunch of different hats. It's really easy for me to work 50 or 60 hours a week, and that's kind of like what's been happening, especially with all the turmoil due to the layoffs and stuff like that. So I'm sorry I didn't get a video out sooner, but that's just how it is. I am trying to adjust to work from home life. So one of the things that I did was one of the changes that I've made is I have a workstation out here in my living area, and then in my bedroom I have a personal computer, but like I don't have any work stuff on it because what was happening was I'd sit down back in front of the same computer at night and like to eat dinner, and then somebody would message me, and then I'd end up working for 3 more hours. So I need to stop that. And then I got like 150 hours of PTO left, and it's like January 9. So I should take off I should take some PTO and work on some of this stuff, right? The success in personal projects. So I've been taking some voice lessons and lessons on music theory. I'm starting to learn how to read music. It has escaped me until this point. I have a great teacher, and all of the jokes they say about producers learning how to read music and learn music is true. Because I'm trying to learn music and stuff to be a better producer, and there's plenty of other things I want to do. I think one of the next things I can do is record just me singing a song, get your folks' input on it, and then we can talk about, should we go to the next step and turn that into just a music video. I'm seeing a personal trainer twice a week now. October of year before last, I started going at least once a week, and then, or at least to the personal trainer, and then trying to go to the gym more than once. But now I'm seeing my personal trainer at least twice a week, and I'm going to the gym at least 3 times a week. And I'm trying to get that up. Those are rookie numbers. I gotta get my ticket to Gainesville, man. Gotta punch that ticket. Developing foundational habits to facilitate my ability to produce for my job and personal projects while maintaining work-life balance. Atomic Habits. So I got plenty of ideas, and I listen to I love audiobooks because I can still do stuff with my hands while I'm obtaining information. So like while I'm doing meal prep or whatever, I'll listen to an audiobook. And listening to this, I have my criticisms of it, but overall, it really kind of framed things in my mind and got me thinking about certain things, so I could start making adjustments to how my habits are, and my habits are the way they are. I've been unhealthy for so long. Like I have all these I call them the energy saving habits, and I don't need them anymore. I can be a lot more physically active. So I'm trying to break out of that and become more physically active, and that'll help with the video production and all that stuff. So some great content to check out. I haven't been releasing a lot of content, much to my chagrin, but here we are making some more content, and we're getting back into the swing of things. So if you already know who Red Letter Media is, then you'll understand the joke here. Professors at Plinkett Academy, Red Letter Media. Let's check them out. These folks, it's a group of a bunch of guys, and they've got a show where they'll watch a bunch of old VHS tapes and rate them, and they'll watch really bad movies and make fun of them. But what put them on the map, what they're really known for, and what I highly recommend you folks start with, is each one of these reviews, Star Wars Episode 1, Episode 2, and Episode 3, they did a review of each of the prequels. And these are brilliant because these are basically each one of these is an entire semester of film school condensed into however long all these videos are. It's like maybe an hour and a half, 2 hours max, right? They do a really good job of taking the original episodes 4, 5, and 6 and showing us like, here's how you make here's how you're supposed to make a movie, and here's breaking it down technically as to why it's working. And then they show the prequel as a foil to show like, this is lazy filmmaking. This is phoning it in, right? So I really enjoy this type of content because it gets me thinking about, hey, when I start getting to the point where, I've got lights, camera, action, I'm sitting in a director chair and I've got a bunch of people on my payroll or something like that, I need to be bearing all this kind of stuff in mind. I don't need to get lazy like George Lucas did. And then another so another thing about these folks, these guys are great. They how should I put this? They're very milquetoast when it comes to political or social issues. They will kind of make like they'll recognize that there's something there, but they'll shy away from actually discussing the topic and the discussing that, and they'll just kind of move on to keep things flowing, which is great. These guys they're doing everything they can to be completely apolitical, and I respect them for it. And I agree. If you're going to be producing a bunch of content, unless you're actually doing a political documentary, you should be apolitical. So these I agree with these folks. And then this guy, Critical Drinker, now he does not steer clear from the politics or the social issues at all. He does not sugarcoat it. He says what he means, and he means what he says. I agree with a lot of what he says. I highly recommend that you folks check out his YouTube series called Why Modern Movies Suck. I think he's hit the nail on the head. He's done an excellent analysis. All of these are very, very amusing. It's got some great dry tongue-in-cheek humor, which I really love. So please check him out. Critical Drinker. Why Modern Movies Suck series is where I suggest you should start. And then I just found this channel the other day. So a friend of mine was telling me about this. He's been doing videos for a while, this Reubs guy. And it looks like, Unreal Engine 5 just came out. So he's starting to do tutorials on Unreal Engine 5. And like, this guy's crazy. Like I made GTA 5 clone in 24 hours. Like and then he's remaking, and this is what got him really popular. He's remaking the Simpsons Hit and Run, which is like an old PS2 game, in Unreal Engine 5, and he's just remaking it by himself. He's just getting like these plugins and dropping stuff in. So I'm just super impressed with the way he operates the Unreal Engine 5 software, and I have dabbled. So I see a lot of applications in content production for being able to have a skill set that I can use in Unreal Engine. But we'll open that Pandora's box when we're ready. Clearly, we're still just getting back into the swing of things. And then finally, I highly recommend Helsreach the Movie. So some background on this. This is from a Warhammer 40,000 book. It is called Helsreach, obviously. And the book itself, they made it an audiobook. The audiobook is like 14 hours long. And the narrator is really, really good. He doesn't just read, he acts, right? And he changes his voice and stuff. The guy who does the narration is Jonathan Keeble. And the author of the story is Aaron Dembski Bowden. And if you follow authors or anything like that, he's probably the second best 40K author next to Dan Abnett. So really good story, really good voice acting. And what this guy did was he took the audiobook and he chopped down from like 14 hours down to 2.5 hours. And then he got a couple of voice actors, a female voice actor. And then he took a bunch of assets from the other video games like Dawn of War and made a whole video out of it, made a whole movie. So I highly recommend this is one of those, fan labor of love things. I highly recommend you folks check this out. This is one of those where, like, put it on the big screen, get you some popcorn, kick back, turn off all the lights, turn the volume up, put the phone away, and like watch this. It's that good. I think it is anyway. I highly recommend it. All right, moving on. So, it's time to talk about SCHISM. Yeah, so let me turn off the music real quick. And there we go. And we're going to talk about SCHISM. So SCHISM is a Doom mod. You'll recognize the text here looks similar. And you're probably wondering, why is Dexia so excited about a Doom mod? But you're about to see. So I'll show you the gameplay in just a second. One of the things that I found this maybe 2-3 weeks ago, and it got me thinking, like, oh man, like I would love to, turn this into like a gameplay music video. The stuff that I used to do for WoW, record a bunch of gameplay and then, chop it up to go with the music, chop it up to, all the clutch stuff. Or the really good fights, and then make it go along to the music. Like I should do that with this, and you're probably wondering why. Let me just show it to you. So, like there's Doom. All right, we're just gonna load Ultimate Doom, this mod for Ultimate Doom, and when you play the Marine, you play the Paladin, or you play the Mage. This is so much fun. You could play Doom. Oop. There we go. So I think it would be cool. I'd obviously turn the original Doom music down and then just record that gameplay, and then chop it up. So and it's just something that popped in my head when I found this mod. It's amazing. I'll put a link to it in the description, along with links to all the these other things, the tech article and the other YouTube things you folks should be. I highly recommend you folks check out. Let's wrap this up. Some more content on the way. I got invited to a wedding. I got asked to be. It's a Lord of the Rings themed wedding, and I got asked to be Gandalf. So now I got to cosplay as Gandalf. So, I've got plenty of gray already, especially in my beard, so I can grow my beard out a little bit. And then I was told that I'm going to be lighting off fireworks at the reception. So I'm going to need to figure out a way to get a staff that can, light off some fireworks. So that'll be some interesting challenge to put together. So for the amusement of the attendees, basically. And then let's talk about the 2-week objective. So previously, I've been kind of nebulous, and I haven't really made a solid commitment or like a specific date or set any specific goals or beyond these high level ones, right? So I'm going to set something very specific to get back to you folks, because I don't want there to be these big jumps in time anymore between when I release a video. At least just let it be an update, right? So the next 2 weeks, I'm going to try to record myself getting up in the morning. I do fasted cardio. After about 6 hours of after doing the cardio, I'll go back and I'll lift. I do a lot of meal prep. I should really show you folks a lot of cool recipes. I think if I can break it down and show you folks, it's really easy, and hopefully you folks will try it out. And then mobility. So I've got I'm not very flexible. Like I'm so not flexible. My personal trainer wants me to go see a specialist before I do any squats. So, because my hips are that tight. So, I've got to get that figured out, and there's going to be a lot of weird stretching and all kinds of stuff involved. So I'll have to show you folks that. Because it's getting me to be healthy, to be able to do like live action stunts. That's the goal there. And then like I was saying earlier, my old habits are these energy saving habits. Back from when I was sick, I didn't have a ton of energy, so I developed all of these strategies to reserve my strength and lucidity for when it was time to actually work at my 9-to-5 job. And then, everything else was kind of secondary. I slept a lot because I had an undiagnosed sleep disorder. So, but everything's better now. So I'm in the process of building habits to break out of that. I want to get more health. I want to get more active, continue to get healthier. And just a quick thank you to everybody for the kind words over the years. Everybody that just sent me a message, checking in on me, or saying how they appreciated the content that I've made previously. That's why I'm back. I want to make some more content that is meaningful to you folks, and something that is enjoyable and hopefully makes a difference for you or your friends or your loved ones. So that's it. I'll see you folks in 2 weeks. That's going to be, we'll have a video out on the 23rd. That is the day before Thanksgiving. Gobble, gobble. We'll see you then.